Thank you. My dad likes to make the joke. It's such a dad joke. He's like, Carrie, I really like that High Heels and Smelly Things song. And a few times I've accidentally said that in the song. I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyway, Dad. But my dad's a musician. He taught me everything I know. So I'm super grateful. And so this next song, I'm just going to give it to you. You know, this next song was something that prompted my record that Courtney said came out in September 2020. And I've always had this side hustle because you'll learn a little bit more about my life, but I lived in New York City for a long time and was in a band there and supported myself because it's really hard to support yourself as a musician there. Solo musician. So I worked in the restaurant industry and I was in retail and all this stuff, and I kind of settled in the restaurant industry, and I'm super grateful for that gig because it, funded some of my records and paid my rent. But it was hard. It was hard because I didn't want to be doing it. I wanted to be full-time music. And so when I moved out of the city, I moved to California for a little bit. I did it there, music and that, and then I did it in Nashville, and all the while everybody was like, Carrie, because I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of miserable, and when I was at work, but when I was singing, all the time when I was at my gigs, I was myself. So I sort of had this idea when I had a really bad shift at work, and super cheesy and whatever, I just wrote on this little bar napkin, I'm going to be good to me. I'm going to be good to me. I'm going to start being better to me, or something like that. It wasn't maybe not as literal as that, and then I kind of put it on my kitchen table, and then in the morning, my roommate at the time, beautiful singer-songwriter, saw it, and he's like, what's that? I was like, oh, it's a little love letter to myself. And he's like, let's write it right now. So we wrote that song, and it was a little difficult because I was trying to candy coat it, whatever. And he's like, no, get real with it, Carrie. And so I promised, I wrote this song, and it's been such a gift. People have really loved it and told me they've related to it. And and I think it's a really beautiful little slogan. I'm going to be good to me, right? Especially right now, and I do believe if you're better, to yourself, you're better to other people. Obviously. So I give this song to you guys to take that home or whatever, and maybe a piece of merch that says I'm going to be good to me on. See what I did there? No, but for real, yes, this goes out to you guys, and this is my story in Nashville. And by the way, I quit my job and went music full time. And it's been amazing. This is good to me. I've waited on tables for the men who change lives, and I know all their names, but they just forget mine. And I've sang for them before, and they'll open up their doors. If I'm more like this, like a Taylor Swift with a throwback twist, I'd be perfect. But you need a hit, and God, I hated it. And I searched for what they were looking for until I was just looking for myself. So finally, I'm gonna be good to me. Oh God, why is it so hard to just say these words out loud? 'Cause honestly, I just turned 33, yeah. And I've loved enough, lost enough, and I've lifted, and I've let myself down. And I'm not who they thought I'd be, and that's good to me. Well, I've looked in the mirror 1,000 times. I've held on to my skin and I dreamed of what it'd be like. And I look for validation, oh, in the darkest of nights, with the wine I get and the lipstick red on my cigarette, and the warmth of a stranger who's got a light, yeah. And I know it's because I told myself that I don't deserve a better life. So finally, I'm gonna be good to me. Oh God, why is it so damn hard to just say these words out loud? Yeah. 'Cause honestly, I just turned 33, yeah. And I've loved enough, lost enough, and I've lifted, and I've let myself down. And I'm not who I thought I'd be. Your life, it's still a mystery. And that's good to me. Thank you.